Most people still don't know the essence of meditation practice. They think that walking meditation, sitting meditation, and listening to Dhamma talks are the practice. These are only the outer forms of practice. The real practice takes place when the mind encounters a sense object. That's the place to practice, where sense contact occurs. When people say things we don't like, there's resentment. If they say things we like, we experience pleasure. Now, this is the place to practice. How are we going to practice with these things? This is the crucial point. If we just run around chasing after happiness and running away from suffering all the time, we can practice until the day we die and never see the Dhamma. This is useless. When pleasure and pain arise, how are we going to use the Dhamma to be free of them? This is the point of practice. Usually when people encounter something disagreeable, they don't open up to it. For instance, when people are criticized, "Don't bother me, why blame me?" This is someone who's closed himself off. Right there is the place to practice. When people criticize us, we should listen. Are they speaking the truth? We should be open and consider what they're saying. Maybe there is something in what they say. Maybe there is something blameworthy within us. They may be right, and yet we immediately take offense. If people point out our faults, we should strive to be rid of these faults and improve ourselves. That's how intelligent people practice. The place where there is confusion is the place where peace can arise. When confusion is penetrated with understanding, what remains is peace. Some people can't accept criticism. They're arrogant. Instead, they turn around and argue. This is especially so when adults deal with children. Actually, children may say some intelligent things sometimes, but if you happen to be their mother, for instance, you can't give in to them. If you are a teacher, your students may sometimes tell you something that you didn't know, but because you are the teacher, you can't listen. This is not right thinking. In the Buddha's time, there was one disciple who was very astute. At one time, as the Buddha was expounding the Dhamma, he turned to this monk and asked, "Sariputta, do you believe this?" Venerable Sariputta replied, "No, I don't yet believe it." The Buddha praised his answer. "That's very good, Sariputta. You are one who is endowed with wisdom. One who is wise doesn't readily believe. He listens with an open mind and then weighs up the truth of the matter before believing or disbelieving." Now the Buddha here has set a fine example for a teacher. What Venerable Sariputta said was true. He simply expressed his true feelings. Some people would think that to say that you didn't believe that teaching would be like questioning the teacher's authority. They'd be afraid to say such a thing. They just go ahead and agree. That is how the worldly way goes. But the Buddha didn't take offense. He said that you needn't be ashamed of those things which aren't wrong or bad. It's not wrong to say that you don't believe if you don't believe. That's why Venerable Sariputta said, "I don't yet believe." The Buddha praised him. This monk has much wisdom. He carefully considers before believing anything. The Buddha's actions here are a good example for one who is a teacher of others. Sometimes you can learn things even from small children. Don't cling blindly to positions of authority. Whether you're standing, sitting or walking around in various places, you can always study the things around you. We study in the natural way, receptive to all things, be they sights, sounds, smells, tastes, feelings or thoughts. The wise person considers them all. In the real practice, we come to the point where there are no longer any concerns weighing on the mind. If we still don't know like and dislike as they arise, there is still some concern in our minds. If we know the truth of these things, we reflect, "Oh, there's nothing to this feeling of liking here. It's just a feeling that arises and passes away. Dislike is nothing more, just a feeling that arises and passes away. Why make anything out of them?" If we think that pleasure and pain are personal possessions, then we're